Steve, you can stay as long as you want. You can leave whenever you would like.
Also, you can just get on your phone halfway through and just watch Instagram reels.
There's no rules.
God, they won't let me.
No.
But you can do it.
Yeah. Guests
won't let me. I'll tell you that right now.
Guests only.
There's a good chance I leave halfway through, but I don't want to.
Great.
Yeah. Welcome back to Welcome to Talktown.
That's okay, too.
Yeah, you're allowed to want to leave.
That's, man, thank you. I really got to work on my... I didn't even consider that an option.
Here's the thing, man. If not us, then who?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can't be assertive around these three wallflowers.
But I am enjoying my time with you guys.
I understand that.
You guys are funny, and you're making my day.
Yeah.
Well, if you binge this podcast, it's fun because you...
Why didn't you guys say you too?
I was in the middle of a sentence that I cut you off with. Excuse me, I was in the middle of cutting you off. You're so rude to
Maybe
me.
you should leave.
Should I do my plugs now before you guys forget?
Dude, that was a week ago.
Honestly, it's a good idea.
You're not over it?
It is a good idea. Because when you do them, Greg's going to roast you for him anyway.
Yeah,
You're not going to be able to get any
this
pertinent
comes out a week
information
after
out.
the one I just did?
Yeah, it was a week ago. You're still not over it? You grew a beard?
These people, they've enjoed the twist
Yes.
that you've talked to them about.
They know the twist.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, my
How
God.
about that twist?
Wow, I can't believe we were back in the flesh after that twist.
Yeah.
Damn, that was amazing.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No,
Half a wee, it's on Nate Land YouTube.
half of
Yeah, check out his repast. What?
What?
I don't know what the hell happened there. That might be something. That might be worrisome.
Do you want some of this?
What are you talking about? I got all that.
All right.
I got all that.
I'm asking.
You want your sick coffee?
Yeah, right.
You sick freak.
Sick.
Am I cool to get up and get another drink?
Yeah.
No, you stay there. You don't have to get up.
We
Get
need
this man a
Alex.
mic.
We need Alex. Well, now we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, no.
Alex abandoned his post.
Oh, no.
And now this thing is upside down.
Yeah.
I was willing to stand up.
Were you?
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
you get it whatever you want. Greg and I
Yeah.
switched chairs halfway through.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So
I
that was
got
a
my
week ago.
phone.
That was a week ago. Yeah, Libby was on her phone. You were on your phone?
No, I had to get my phone to read the old ad.
Oh, right.
Also, I
right.
might be dead
Yeah.
because I'm going to Dominican Republic tomorrow.
Oh,
right.
yeah. Yeah, talk to us about
Let's
this.
talk about that.
Thank you.
And it could go wildly wrong.
This one?
Greg's big missionary work.
Yes.
He's bringing Catholicism to the people there.
No. This
No,
is
he's bringing New Jersey there.
straight. This is,
Habitat for Humanity, but it's just for New Jersey culture.
after every single person I help, I'm going to go, Jesus had nothing to do with this. And they get down there because, my friend works for this company.
Yeah, run
EP.
Steve through all this. He doesn't know anything about your humanitarian work.
Yes.
Libby and I are well versed in it.
Oh, yeah.
But Steve doesn't know anything.
We talked about it over breakfast today.
You guys had breakfast together? Or you were in the line together?
No, we ate there.
Oh, really?
That's why we were late.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I was a half hour early, and then I met Alison at the coffee shop. We had a little date. We were 3 minutes late.
I love that. No wonder you guys came in. I will say, you guys came in really locked arms.
yeah.
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 There
You
was
had
chemistry.
You had a
Yeah.
certain bonded animosity against me that I could not go unnoticed over here.
The second I crossed that threshold, I was upset with you, and I think it's because I was with him.
That's right.
Wait, why were you upset with me?
I was like, you're tired, you're sick.
Oh, yeah. I
I
am
looked at you
tired.
and I was like,
You're pissed off.
Yeah.
Because I'm tired and sick. What the hell's wrong
He's
with
sick
you?
and tired.
What the fuck? Wait a minute. We parked the car there for a second. Life got mad at me for being tired and sick.
I was like, oh, come on, man. Why are you always sick?
What the hell?
That is the first thing she said.
She was dogging me early on. I felt it. I know when I'm feeling a lively dog.
I gotta
just
tell you,
got
this
yelled-
coffee's doing a lot.
Yeah. You're
Man,
up.
I'm fucked up. Jesus Christ. I feel horrible.
Go back to a week ago.
Are you kidding? I just rolled out of bed and came here and didn't cancel for the good of the podcast. And then Livy got mad at me for my condition.
And what can you see him too? He's white as a ghost. He's laying down. He's like, I'm ready to go. Dude, take a fucking orange emergency and get off your ass.
I'm on so many emergencies. I'm mainly emergency at this point. I'm all powder.
He's gonna have gold pee.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, yeah.
Call back a week ago.
We can go.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway.
where can people find this thing?
Is it on YouTube?
Oh yeah, it's on Nate Land's YouTube. Nate Bargatze's YouTube.
It's on his YouTube.
Yeah, but it'll be on mine too.
So he's going to take your
They're
money.
gonna be upset with you though.
But we'll do that thing where you put someone else's video on your YouTube.
I'm going to re-edit his special with curses in it.
The Greg cut.
That's
Yep.
fun. The Greg
You know?
cut.
Can you
A
do one
bunch
of my
curses.
Put
do
some
it-
of Anthony's anal jokes in there.
Yeah.
I was doing new.
Can you do a joke of me, like be me but be dirty?
I'm going to take your video and
Dirty
do a little
Steve.
ADR.
Oh, I want to hear it now.
Now?
I want to hear dirty me now.
Okay, so my wife lost the keys. I don't know your bits.
I was on the swim team, and you know who can't swim? Other people. It's Dirty Steve.
Dirty Steve. Yeah. I called you about a bit that came on the radio the other day
Yes.
to prove that I like your material.
Yeah.
Great. Steve and I write together sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know. Fuck off,
nice.
you guys. Because, yeah, I used to come here and all I wanted was that.
He keeps going, what about adding some anal to this?
Him?
He doesn't get comedy. He simply doesn't get it.
One of the first rules.
So we're just going to, like, buzz right over my humanitarian work? We're done with that?
No, we're
No,
talking
I
about
wanna hear
that
about it.
now.
That's going to be the bulk of this episode. Is
Yeah.
your humanitarian work
And
in the
also
Dominican
Suits.
Republic, and
Which I didn't do
this is
yet.
going to be a Greg heavy episode. I already know it.
It's time.
We're doing Suits. We got to talk about Suits.
We're gonna do
But
Suits.
I'm working with this company called Emergency Project. Dr. Darren, some of you guys might know him.
Yeah,
He
sure.
goes to these different places. Ukraine. He's been to Ukraine
Sorry.
several times.
I've got stuff going on.
I know.
I love burps.
We hear it.
Yeah,
That's not a problem.
yeah.
I've enjoyed
A crowd
the
gives
hell
you
out of this.
a crowd gives you 3 burps. So is my philosophy.
How in a headlining set or just a regular set?
Well, I did 3 the other day in a 15-minute.
Wow.
Probably the best that I've ever had there.
Wow.
Yeah. But
We should have a room where I can go fuck myself. You know?
you're such an
Just
asshole.
doing it right here. Give me my own little spot. I go back there and I fuck myself.
My
I
God.
don't have to do it on this couch.
God. All right, Steve. Okay, let's all listen.
I was listening.
We
You
were
got-
Yeah,
locked in.
Steve, listen up.
I didn't start that tangent, did I?
No, you were locked in, brother.
Yeah. Dr. Darren.
Yeah. It's not a big story. You couldn't even get through 3 seconds. And we're going to Dominican Republic tomorrow to help children. God forbid I promote something that's actually good, but we have to hear about your 3 burp rule.
Well, I'll get back to it. I guess I'll get back to it.
Rule of
Crowd will give you
threes.
3. Crowd will give you 3.
They will.
I could be dead right now
Why is that, Greg?
because
Yeah.
I'm going to Dominican Republic.
Because he eats too much. He's going to eat too much when he gets there.
I gave him the best setup to go back into it.
He's going to overeat.
I'm going to save people's lives, and you're being kook-sookers.
I'm not a kook.
Yeah, 'cause I don't want cooks 'cause
own
you're
this.
here.
I own
No.
this city,
Is that
dude.
what they call them in
I
Denmark?
own this. We own this city.
You saw the show?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
Yeah.
How far did you in?
I did the whole thing.
See, this is you're interrupting me with something I want to talk about more. So you're definitely destroying the thing. I'm trying to promote a fund, a foundation.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Kook
Fuck
Sookers
off.
is really great.
Kook-sookers. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we're going to DR to help people because this one kid, he was born with all crazy legs, right? So they gave
Is that
him,
what they call him?
they gave him crazy legs, right? So they gave him this thing to fix his legs. So now his legs are kind of better, but then he's gonna have this surgery. So I'm starting a fund called Greg's Legs. For all
Is this a person?
this is a real person. This is a real thing.
Greg's legs?
Well, I'm starting the fund called Greg's Legs that I can help get this kid some legs, better legs. But surgery for his
talking
legs.
about?
Hold on. You gotta go slower.
I gotta
Wait.
say, this didn't go where I thought it was.
There-
This is in the Dominican Republic?
In the Dominican Republic lives a boy who was born with a bad disease. Because I don't know enough about it, it sounds offensive. He's born with bad legs. So I'm going there. We're going to raise some money. He had one of the things to fix his legs, but he needs another surgery.
Okay.
So I'm going to do a fundraiser as well as this thing.
2 more?
I'm going to call it Greg's
You're done.
Legs.
Greg's
and I'm going
Legs.
to get all people who got bad legs. We raise the money so they get better legs. This is a great foundation.
You're getting the money
I don't
from other
think-
people with bad legs?
We're going to get. He's one of the people in Greg's Legs.
He's the poster child for Greg's. This
Yeah.
is the flagship of Greg's Legs.
Yes.
Is this the boy who
Maiden
lives in the
voyage.
Dominican Republic?
This kid.
What's going on with his legs? What does Greg's Legs do?
Yeah.
We raise money.
All right.
Now this is a thing I'm making up on the spot.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Emergency project.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
So this kid with the legs is real.
I feel
He will-
duped.
Huh?
I feel duped. I thought you were gonna go off about how you're going and do this thing, and you tell us a tear jerking story.
This is all true. I promise you.
But you're also making it up right now.
Making it up because it's planned that I'm going to put in action. I am going to Dominican Republic tomorrow. There is a kid who's got bad legs that he's going to be there helping us, and he is going to have a surgery that's very intense that the doctor's coming in, but we need to raise money because it's very intense. So I'm going to help raise that money. And I'm also going to take over the company and call it Greg's Legs because I think that's funny.
Yeah,
and
they want that.
They want that.
They love that.
Dr. Darren, he's crazy. He is like, I want you to
Dr.
do...
Darren Legs.
Dr. Darren Legs, you wish. Dr. Darren, ER doctor, this guy goes, I want you there. I want you to be as crazy as possible. And that's what you're going to do in the Dominican Republic. I'm going to be filming and helping people, and I'm going to take over they don't know this. I'm going to take over the company and recreate it as Greg's Legs and then do a lot of different things. Greg's Legs is all
That's
Greg's Legs
great.
people, right?
What-
So we're raising money.
Yes. So what at Greg's Legs?
Yeah.
As the CEO of Greg's Legs,
Right?
What do you do to legs?
We can fix them.
And how do you get the money?
I put on a comedy show, and you get about $300 towards your new legs. It costs probably around $100,000.
Yeah.
So we do the kindling to get the fire burning. Here at Greg's Legs, we get you started.
Yeah.
So you are for real going to the Dominican Republic
Yes.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'm going to the Dominican Republic.
When people listen to this, you have already had
You'll be
come
back.
back from there.
Yes,
And,
and we'll be doing. We'll be helping people. I'm riding on an ambulance at night. Somebody got an ambulance. I said, "What am I going to do on an ambulance?" He said, "I don't know. You're just coming with me, no matter what." So he's just making me do stuff.
The siren's broken. That you have to make.
Are you? yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. That's so funny.
They're
Yeah.
like, here's a megaphone. You're like, I don't need it.
Yeah. You're basically there. They're like, whatever we need, you're there.
Yeah.
If we need the ambulance noise, if we need whatever, you're the
That
guy.
up sound.
They say,
You're a scalpel if you need to be a scalpel.
yeah. They said that, but they don't know I got my own agenda,
Swiss Army
Greg's
which
Legs.
is
Right,
Greg's Legs.
Right, of course.
Right.
Greg's Legs. I'm gonna bring extra shoes too.
for the fixed legs.
For the legs, you got new legs, new shoes.
New
Greg's
shoes.
old
Oh,
shoes.
this happens in the amount of time that you're down there.
5 days.
How long is this trip? 5 days?
I'm leaving there till Sunday. I'm there till Sunday, but I'm going to do a lot of work, a lot of good work. Get a lot of Instagram reels. Of me
Yeah.
going, look at me being a hero.
I feel
Here's
like
the thing. I think you should lean into it. I think you
100%.
I wouldn't, because there's going to be, if you dance around it, then people are going to go. But if you really lean into it,
Yes.
Right.
that's great.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, you know me. You know
of course.
this has to be regulated because the amount I'm going to try to fucking milk this.
This has to be right.
Here's the thing. I'm saying unregulated.
Unregulated.
Go the other way.
Deregulate.
Deregulate.
When I walk off the plane, arms open.
Yep.
Here I am. Your savior.
Legs open.
A hero. Watch him as he goes.
Where the legless at?
Got your legs right here.
I got some legs.
Not to harp on this too much. Is it a strictly legs-based
Yes.
thing that you're doing over
For
there?
everyone else, no. For me, yes.
You refuse to help unless it's legs.
Because there is one kid there who's got bad legs, and we are going to try to get him this surgery. But I think there's other people in the world who got bad legs.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
Greg never rhymed
screw
with anything.
you, armless people.
I'm legs only. It's Greg's legs, not Greg's arms.
My
Doesn't
whole
rhyme at
life,
all.
It's something that,
my whole life, Greg never rhymed with anything, and I finally found something
What?
where it works. This is my calling.
Come back, open a store, Greg's Eggs.
Dozen
well,
Gregs.
what about peg
Dozen
Greg's?
Greg's.
Greg get Jim's Limbs.
Whoa,
Limbs
Jim,
for
somebody,
arms.
you have to say the whole thing. What Alex said though.
It's so hard to repeat it. He said, if
He
I
said,
had
"I don't have
better-
a mic." I'm sorry, I got excited.
Go.
Do it.
I don't have a mic, but if you, what did it? What was
You
the
don't
rest?
have arms.
Yeah, I got a bad arm. Go to Jim's Limbs.
No, Jim's limbs could cover legs.
Yeah,
Limbs
your
or legs.
competitor is Jim's Limbs.
I will say that.
He's doubling your work.
Yeah, but there's nothing rhymes with arms. What? Who could be?
Charm?
Charms
Dharma.
arms?
Charms
Dharma,
arms.
Dharma and Arma.
That's not anything.
Dharma's armas? Dharma and Greg. That's
Yeah,
pretty funny.
that's something.
Yeah. So
Anthony's.
What about Pam's
Anthony's?
hands?
Anthony's.
Yeah.
Anthony's
stop creating rival groups.
Bethany's extremities.
Oh, man. Wow, Alex is really good at
Yeah,
this.
wow.
Alex is very good at this.
Alex, come sit
what
here.
what an impossibly meaningless skill to have. That Alex has.
We also chicks with dicks, women who come and they give people penises. Is your penis blown off in a Weird ass accident.
Gotta be a weird ass accident.
Yeah, but also it affected nothing else on you.
The train go by and just knock off your Johnson. Here we are, chicks with dicks.
You know,
Oh, you standing at the edge of the tracks with a boner?
oh man, it's like those rental like moving companies. That's what it reminds me of. Chicks with dicks. Oh man, that's funny.
So I'm going down there.
Yep.
We're going to be, and I'm going to be, here's the thing Darren keeps saying.
Yeah.
He keeps going, oh, we're going to wake up every day at 5 a.m. and we're going to record the sunset for these videos.
Sunrise?
This motherfucker. Yeah, the sunrise. Thank you. This motherfucker.
gotta have her here. You cannot have her here.
I mean, every 5 a.m. they're like, oh, we missed it. It's going up.
I just don't know that he
lived to
knows
correct.
about stock footage. I'm just like, man, we don't need to record the sunrise.
Yeah.
You could just get one.
We just get one. He wants a new sunrise every morning, he keeps saying.
For who? For you guys?
Because we're doing videos to help promote the company.
Oh,
so
I see.
mainly
Greg's legs.
Greg's legs. Well,
You should do like the
emergency
Circle
project.
of Life song, but incorporate Greg's legs into it.
It's the circle of Greg's.
So I think when I'm in the mornings, we're going to go. I'm going to be videotaping. It's going to be like a Conan meets poverty.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
the thing about Conan's travel show.
Yeah.
They're not always in like war zones.
Right.
Not war zones, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
disaster zones.
Disaster
The Caribbean is like constantly being destroyed
Yeah.
by different.
yeah, what is your
Hurricanes.
role there? Sorry,
Yeah.
Live, I stepped
Oh, no,
all
it's
over you. What is your role there aside from kind of just being comic relief for Darren?
Do not know. See, here's the thing about Darren. He's like this punk rock kind of guy.
Oh, I know Darren.
Yeah.
Where he's like, he just keeps being like, I'm like, you're a doctor, man. You can help people. The guy coming with me is just some dude in an old punk band that he was just friends with. And he's going to be filming, and I'm going to be
There?
trying to interview to build the story. But also, I used to work in an ER.
Right.
Right.
So I will be doing some ER stuff.
Well, that's what
In
I
the
was
DR.
wondering. If you were
ER
gonna
and the
be,
DR. That's what we're talking
That's
about.
it. That's
ER
it.
and the DR.
and the DR.
That's a show. That's a show sold. I bought it. I might to somebody else.
also, if it's Dr. ER in the DR, DR.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I liked it. It had so many letters that I liked it.
Yeah.
The sweet spot for Anthony.
Yeah, the sweet spot of
6
letters.
It went
I'm
like
in.
this.
And this Trump is actually really great for this company.
Your alarm's going off.
Because he cut so much funding that this company has never been needed more. So
Yeah, that's great. Everybody, it's always best when the head of the government cuts the funding for the thing you do. That makes it so much better.
you know what I'm
for
saying?
you.
Like those people really need our help now. So that's why we're going. He's like, they
Because
got
like USAID and stuff like
he
that.
cut USAID, so now they have comedians going to the Dominican Republic.
Now they got Greg pushing Greg's legs.
Yeah.
A guy who does not know how to put that thing on your leg.
Can I say, I picture Greg's legs just being you trying to recreate Dr. Octopus.
That's exactly
That's-
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
been giving me
multiple legs.
octopus
Yeah.
vibes.
I'm really
Same.
getting like you just being like, yeah, we could fix your legs, or you could have 4
Yeah.
attached to your back.
Yeah. Wouldn't you rather be a spider?
What if we make him spin around so you could do a Tasmanian devil type situation?
Oh.
You get around like a top.
Whirlwind.
Yeah.
I think you'd get dizzy.
Well, I think you have to have some kind of like a lazy Susan torso so that your
So your
top
head
stays
stays.
in one position and your legs spin around wildfire.
Now we're just
that
making
makes
the
you
toys
go.
that Sid had in Toy Story 1.
Yeah.
With the baby head and the claws.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Enough about how great I am as a man.
Right.
Let's get into this suits idea.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got a
yeah.
suits idea that we had to punt from last week to this week. So
Yeah. But it was really just a few hours ago.
barely.
I know, but for them at home.
For them,
They've
it's been
been
a week.
waiting.
When I listen, I will say that when I listen and we continue on with stuff, you're like, wait, what are we talking about?
It sounds crazy.
It sounds
also,
crazy.
We did release some of them out of order.
Yeah.
Which is so
Really?
funny. Yeah, we,
It's fun.
we swapped. I think we should do that more often.
If you're listening to this podcast, you are listening.
Yeah.
Do you know
Right.
what I mean? It's like a language you can only understand.
Yeah.
It's kind of, fun.
Yeah.
Suits.
Suits. Suits.
Need to be earned. What does that mean? It means any guy.
Do you need us for this, or
I just pictured
can you just do this yourself?
You in front of a projector.
Yeah, Greg, do you want to go right to camera with this one? Do we
what
need
do
to
you
be
mean?
here?
Steve Jobs in like a black turtleneck
Yeah,
walking
yeah,
around on a stage.
He doesn't even have a suit on.
I didn't earn it.
Not yet.
Yeah.
You show up to a
It's like a
job-
deck of cards first. That's one suit.
Right.
That's another suit.
Right.
Yeah.
You show up at a job interview. I agree. I get it. I agree
got it.
emotionally.
I always know when Greg is emotionally listening.
Yeah, I get it. The I like the volume. I agree with the volume in which you're talking.
Yeah, you can
You
say
know,
anything as long as you
passionate.
yell it enthusiastically.
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
I kind of get it. You go to a job interview. You wear a suit. I don't. People go, well, this guy is good. All he did was buy a suit. He didn't. He's not more anything.
Wait, when you say you go to a job interview, you wear a suit. I don't. Who is everyone?
So we go to a job interview.
Like,
you got
if
one,
it's you and another, like, are you competing for a job with someone else and one person's in a suit
a
and
guy
you're
at
not?
the blood factory is looking for a new hire.
Oh, the blood factory. You should have said something.
They're
hiring? They're never hiring.
We make
Lucky
new-
day at the blood factory.
Well, they
There's
have a
been some
dress
openings.
code.
We make new blood. We don't know what's in it. That's it, right? So they're at the blood factory, and they got a
Not poison.
definitely not poison.
Can we pause for a second about what goes on at the blood factory?
Yeah.
They make new blood. They don't know what's in it.
Well, they're trying to make new blood, but God knows it ain't working.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So they got openings. Obviously, they got openings.
Yeah.
They
They
got
got
blood factory. Imagine they do.
We need a new blood maker.
They can't sell.
We need a guy to get some fresh ideas on this old blood.
Of course.
Right? So they're at the blood factory, and we got to hire a new guy.
We need some new blood.
We need new blood and new blood.
There
Yeah.
is new blood.
We need new blood and new blood
for the new
department.
blood.
Right.
We need new blood for the old blood department.
Yeah.
All right, so here
So
we are
at
at the blood factory.
I'm looking to hire somebody.
Okay.
Someone walks in just in his sweatpants.
Hey, I'd like to work at the blood factory.
Right?
This
I
is
go,
exactly how they're
well,
dressed.
this
Yeah.
is a good candidate, I guess.
Well,
right?
great. I went to
Maybe.
college. I have a bachelor's degree.
Exactly.
Okay.
Second candidate comes in, same thing, wearing a full suit.
So you're the full suit person.
I would like to work here in blood.
And then my brain goes, well, this is clearly the candidate. They have a suit on. But what did this motherfucker do? They went to a Macy's? This guy went to college. You have a degree.
I have a bachelor's degree. I already, yeah.
I also have a
I went to
bachelor's
Dickinson.
degree.
I went to
Suit.
Dickinson.
Right.
Where'd you go? Dickinson. It's a lesser known Ivy. Dickinson.
You
No.
think you should work at the blood factory because you put on a suit? Guess what? That suit's going to get all bloody. But for
Yeah,
some
I
reason,
would
I'm
say
hiring you.
For the example you're giving, it's a weird like any other job.
Oh,
I'm like,
you thought the blood factory is kind of a weird example?
But then I come in covered in blood.
You got it. Suit, blood suit. I'm wearing my blood suit.
my blood's
Yeah.
So you're saying because I've got this great degree, but I'm not wearing a suit. I'm wearing sweatpants. She's wearing a suit. You're going to give her the job.
Most people, dumb people,
Okay.
are going to look at that and
well, they're
they're
not
going
the
to go,
captain of the blood factory or whatever the fuck your job
right,
is.
they're not smart enough. Because who would open a blood factory that doesn't even make good blood? All right, it's a stupid person.
I'm with you.
Right. Right.
What are the blood types called at the new blood factory? Oh
great
my
question.
God.
Yeah.
Square pig.
Well, I was going to.
Really loving the yes handing here.
Well, I was going to say a thing, and then my mind went, that's the same joke. I was going to go, 69 sandwich. And I said, that's not a thing. Don't say that. That's what my brain was. That was the thing that I was going to say.
I think it's a pretty cool thing to say.
Sandwich is great.
oh, my God, and the 69 sandwich.
I'd eat there.
It feels like a peanut butter jelly and sandwich is inside out somehow.
So you got to touch all the peanuts. Hope you got no allergies.
Fantastic.
I mean, we're having a good time, but nobody is letting me explain my
Look,
fucking
Steve's
idea.
laying down now. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah, that's
Steve.
great.
Yeah.
That's me being
Anthony
pushed back
Classic.
by all the fun I'm having.
It's nice though when you're laying down
Yeah.
like that. It's kind of
Yeah, but it's fun being
Peak
had.
Steve. We're looking at Peak Steve right
Peak
now.
Steve.
Peak Steve.
I'm peeking.
It's not my controlled fun, which was about why a suit should be earned. We're having fun based on your riffs.
Yeah, but
So gives a
You're
shit.
stopping it.
I demand fun be had the way I thought of it this morning. So,
So how are you solving the suit crisis of
a
suits?
suit needs to be earned.
Okay.
Right? You can't just go to a Macy's and buy a suit. That doesn't make you classy. You need to do something classy, and then someone goes, hey, you went to college? Guess what? Now you can have a suit. You can't just go into a job interview with a suit you bought. You didn't earn it.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Military, you get stripes. You earn the stripes. I want stripes for everyday people. You know
That's
what I'm
a
saying?
great
You
idea.
get a stripe. Oh, you held the door for somebody? You get a little star.
That's
You
great.
get a little goddamn star.
I would say not one door hold. It's got to be like a lot of door holds.
Yeah, I was just an example.
I'm finally on the thing
So
you
Steve,
thought of this morning.
Steve, go fuck yourself.
You want to go fuck yourself room? Well, you go there, go hang out there for a little bit. It's great.
Damn
What
it.
about like a tux? Is that the you
Yeah.
know you
Is
go
that the
suit to
highest form?
tux?
You're given a tux when
Okay.
you get a thing that allows you to get the thing, like a black belt, or like you can't just have a suit.
What? Okay, so what are you doing to earn a suit?
You graduate
Yeah.
college, you get a suit.
When you thought of this morning,
Okay.
when did you stop?
I thought about 3 weeks ago, and I did not stop immediately. It's like this is a burn on me.
He's been telling.
That was a bit at you,
You try to
but
burn
He's
on
gone.
me.
I mean,
Greg
I-
has gone through his whole household telling people this.
The
Calvin,
kids
listen.
are sick of it. They're like, we don't want suits.
Yeah, you can't just go in with a suit.
Okay,
you know?
so but you're also now making a rule like stores can't sell them. They
you
shouldn't
can sell
be for
them to
sale.
someone who's earned them.
And
All
how
right.
do they prove?
So I show up with my college degree and I'm like, give me a suit.
Yeah, when you get your college degree, we give you a suit, a specific suit. Now you can have other things. Everyone else can just wear sweatpants, I guess. I don't really know.
Well, we've talked a little bit about what everybody's wearing and talked down
Do you guys not get what I'm saying here?
at all.
You don't get it?
I
get
sort
it.
of get it, but I want to know.
You see someone wearing a suit, you assume they're classy. They did nothing
No, we
to
get that.
earn it.
Yeah,
No, we
man.
get that.
I
No
want to
one-
know how they're getting the suits.
You tell me. It's a riff.
I want to know who you saw that pissed you off that was wearing a suit that started
That's a
this.
great question.
Yeah, that is a great question.
I went into a job interview in fucking sneakers, and they looked at me like I was an asshole. And I was way more qualified than the migrant they had coming in.
Okay.
It's when can I get Alison to go? All right,
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's
I'm out.
Yeah,
What
No,
what was the
migrants.
job you went to in sneakers?
It's hypothetical.
Okay.
It was all
To
in
be
my
the
head.
CEO of
Your
Greg's
next
legs.
alarm is going off.
I got
How many alarms did you set?
Why
Here's
do you
what I
have
want
so
you
many
guys to do.
alarms going off?
Because the parking. I'm let you guys riff on this for 2 seconds. I'm going to come back here. I expect fully molded ideas on what I'm talking about with this suit thing. I'm going to pay my parking. But you think about this. You be fucking serious about it too, because you guys are not on board.
All right, are you going to hear us out on our reasons?
No.
No way.
Never.
Not a chance.
That'll never happen.
But he's going to come back and we'll be like, we're ready to tell you stuff. And
What
he's
if-
going to be like, I don't want to hear that.
I have a whole other idea.
What if you
Yeah.
can be nominated for Stripes?
Don't talk to your crew.
I know.
All right.
What do you mean nominated for Stripes?
Like if you hold the door for someone and they could, or do something nice for someone and they're like, oh, okay, this person should be wearing a suit.
Wait, so the person who has had the door held for them goes, that was great. I'm going to nominate you when time comes around.
Yeah.
I'm going
Yeah.
to nominate you for a suit.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
annual suit nominations.
Well, yeah, because he's saying you get stripes.
Yes.
I think
Suits
I'm,
Oh,
are going to look insane
What do you mean?
if they're covered in stripes.
So you got to get rid of the stripe idea is just to connect the dots between like
Yes, earning things.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
so it's
yeah,
like,
yeah. Don't get hung up on the stripe idea.
Now, do you think? And again, Greg is no longer here, so we can't ask
yeah,
him
what a
any
fun thing he
questions.
did. Drop a bomb and then leave.
Be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna go pay the meter. You
And
guys
then we-
figure this out.
and then we have to do it when he gets back.
Right.
Oh yeah, you got to do it all over
Yeah, you gotta do
again.
it all because then he'll be mad he missed it, even
Yep.
though he left.
That is, I got to tell you, that guy's not getting a suit.
Yeah, that's a real
Yeah.
take away a suit for something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess he's talking about earning.
What if you get a suit in pieces?
What,
Yeah. Okay. So it's like you graduate from high school, you get the pants.
Yeah, you get like.
You graduate from college, you
Yeah.
get the jacket.
I think I've got a pitch.
Yeah.
I've got a pitch. I think
right.
I'm pretty proud of this.
All right.
You get the suit in pieces, so you earn a full suit.
All right.
Like with each thing that you do.
You had me at pieces. I love it.
Yeah, with each you get. All right.
Master's degree, you get the jacket.
Yeah. Yeah, the bigger the thing, the
I
more
think-
of a piece you get.
I think it doesn't need to be tied directly to education.
No,
I
it's
agree
all
with
different
that.
types of suits, right? Like if you're a scuba diver, right?
Wait, we're
But
doing
you need the scuba
suits?
diver to go scuba. You
Listen-
need the suit to go scuba diving.
Listen to me. You're a scuba diver, right? You're a master scuba diver. You went to college. You figured it all out. You got it all. And you're applying for a job at Starbucks. You can show up in your wetsuit and you go, they're like, hey, why do you work at Starbucks? You go, well, I like the coffee. But as you can see, I'm also a master scuba diver.
Oh, how cool! How
I-
cool and applicable.
There is some banging that's scaring everybody that's taking away from how great my joke is.
wind.
Not only am I going to say that, I have this other caveat, which I'd like to get back into this suit thing. I think that each, so think of like G.I. Joe.
Sure.
You remember G.I. Joe? Yeah. Each soldier brought their thing to the war. So it was like, hey, this guy's a football player. He's showing up to war in his football outfit, right?
Seems
Whatever
stupid.
you're a master of, you get your suit.
Sometimes live people just come in and do that.
What?
Ah, that's dumb.
That was gold.
That was great.
I don't know any of the references they ever mentioned.
I
Just
mean,
very
that was beautiful.
funny.
That was beautiful.
Oh, but you get what I'm saying. So then
Just a football player in a war zone.
Seems stupid.
I didn't plan this out at all.
he had grenades made of footballs.
Wait, he had grenades made of footballs?
He had football grenades. Yeah, he was the
Really?
the football guy, the football grenade guy. Yeah, Captain Gridiron. You can look him up.
I'm going to start leaving Gem and the Holograms references all over this podcast.
I'll eat that
I'd love
shit
to know
right
more
up.
about Gem and the
I know.
Holograms.
Oh.
I don't know anything about them.
It was great.
Yeah,
they were
she
a
fought
band.
her
she
rival
was two
band?
people. She was Jerica, who I think ran a halfway house, which is what they called it on the show. Which I
Whoa.
don't know if that's the phrase we use
They would
anymore.
introduce. I mean, G.I. Joe is all about war. There's some dark themes going on.
Yeah.
Jem ran a halfway house.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for like runaway teens.
Wow.
And but then at night, or not at night, but like whenever she like touched her earring, and she transformed into Gem with the band.
Oh, right. Okay.
So then she was like it was kind of like an early Hannah Montana kind of situation.
Wow.
I know
but with
nothing of
more
Hannah Montana.
More teleportation.
Okay.
Let me tell you this about Gem. Gem, truly outrageous.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and her rival band was the Misfits. So
Yep.
you could drop these references, and I'll catch them.
Pizzazz was
pick
the
them
head
right
singer.
there. You goddamn right.
Yeah.
Gem, truly outrageous. Yeah.
We don't have the rights to this.
She was trying to take out Barbie.
Really?
I think because Gem was the same size as Barbie.
No, she was a little bit bigger. I had a Gem doll, or I had one of the gals, and she's just like a little. It's like me next to like Katie Hannigan. You're like, I know that's the same thing, but this one's bigger.
Yeah, they did it on purpose. They're like, we're bigger, we're better.
Yeah, but then it was like, I don't know. As a girl, I was like, this one's kind of unwieldy. It's a little too big.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, so I just think
Back
you
to
get the
suits.
suit of what you truly are and you've worked for.
okay.
My God.
You know what I mean? So that then you could you earn your classy outfit.
For sure.
Right.
But like,
Yeah, I'm.
Why is the guy applying to work at Starbucks in a scuba
Yeah.
dive?
Change a
Yeah.
career. But also, you look at this guy, he's wearing a full scuba outfit. You go, look, man, if this guy was able to master the seas, I think he'll probably be able to master the coffee machine. You know what I mean? He's a
I don't know if that's
dedicated
a one-to-one.
seaman. It's not, but,
Of course, it's not.
no, but it is because he earned a suit.
Does he have to keep it on when he's
Right,
working?
yeah,
He's got the flippers.
Well, sure, because all the customers need to go. They go. I trust this guy making my latte because I trust this guy on the seas.
Yeah.
When you see these military people show up in their military outfit, people go, hey, oh, he's not wearing a suit. He's got his military outfit. If he could do the military, he could work here at the bowling alley. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's just with other jobs.
I want our veterans to have more than jobs at bowling alleys.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a thing I grabbed. You're fighting me on everything. I'm getting full pushback.
Well, I fought
3-1.
him
I don't
last
care.
episode, so it's shifting back to you.
I'm on your side. What are you talking about? I'm here, man.
And let me say this, and this is a quick addendum too. I want to say this: with the stripes you get, if you are murdered, if you weren't that great, we don't really try that hard to put the guy in jail,
What?
right? So the harder you work, so if you get murdered and it turns out you were just a real righteous asshole, and no one really liked you, you get like the basic attorney. But if you're like everyone loved this guy, that's when you get Don Law. You know?
Sure.
Who gives a shit? I'm dead.
Well, but whatever.
I think that's
Sorry.
for everybody else.
For everybody else.
Everybody else is like, no, they're gone.
Yeah.
We need Don Law.
It's like, why are we spending so much money on this guy? He was running around slapping horses or whatever the fuck. I didn't want to
Right.
say pedophiles.
What does Don Law sound like?
Well, I'm Don Law. I'll get you. I'll get you,
Slapping
murderer.
horses.
Hire me now.
I didn't want to say pedophiles, so slapping horses is what I imagine a bad thing somebody does that we don't care about them when they're murdered.
I'm Don Law. Hire me now. I'll get your murderer. Still alive? Don't worry. If they get you, I'll get them. Don Law.
Pretty good.
Run
Okay,
it.
so then I got a question though, because now with the suit thing, when somebody dies, we usually put them in a suit. So
He earned it.
right. What I'm saying
Oh,
is,
you have to be buried in what you earned?
do you have to be buried in what you earn? It's still the same process.
I think
or,
so.
You die, you're always in a suit or whatever.
Well, when they sometimes they bury you in your military outfit. We'll bury you
right.
in your best open mic outfit.
I think
We'll bury you in your
I think
half-hour
we discussed
special.
that we were gonna cast everyone in resin, nude and hard. Wasn't that something we discussed once?
Right. We're not doing funerals the way we're doing funerals.
Yeah,
so,
we're talking
right.
about like we're having regular funerals. Talktown does not have regular funerals.
Great.
No, we resin you in an action pose.
Yeah,
to
and
be
then
at the dead
stack
museum.
you on
Yeah.
top of other dead people and make you a giant wall around the city.
Yeah,
that's
it's in the
pretty
charter.
The dead
Yeah.
wall.
I like that a lot.
The dead wall.
The
yeah.
wall of the dead.
Also, do you guys know about top dog law?
What's that?
Really, you don't? Oh,
You're
man.
acting like it's a thing, and I know it's not.
Do me a favor, Alex. Look up top dog law commercial. It's this guy
Oh, okay.
in Philly.
Of course.
He's just like, yo, dog, what up? They coming for you? Top dog law. We at them. It's just some guy, some lawyer who is doing like Hot 97 commercials, and they are wild. But this isn't the kind of podcast where we can pull stuff up, so you'll have to do your own
Yeah,
research.
all right.
That kind of stuff almost makes me want to commit a crime. Do you know what I mean?
so I could
Meet him.
So I can get involved with Top Dog Law.
Right.
You know, like
Excuse me.
anytime like that wall mounting TV. Remember that guy? That was real funny.
You
Oh,
got
we
to
go
do
back to-
pull-ups on the wall mounting
yeah,
TV?
that guy made me be like, I should get a TV because I want that experience. These crazy wall mounters.
I got the knockoff guy.
Your brother.
No, before that, the guy who hung the house in my old place. This 5'3", 27-year-old Asian dude comes in my house
Oh, I can't
in front
remember
of my wife, no shirt on, hangs our TV, does pull-ups on the thing. And I just sat there and I was like, go right ahead, pal. Whatever you want to do. This is for her, it's for everybody. It was
It's
awesome.
so funny. Yeah, he's like, we usually. I thought this was weird. We should just do this for single women. We're a single women wall mounting company.
Yeah.
But whatever floats your boat, pal. I got to do these pull-ups.
Yeah.
Literally was him doing pull-ups, straight shot of my wife, slow zoom out, me going, hell yeah, dog.
Yeah.
Just
Cucks
sitting right
allowed.
next to him, being like, all right, brother,
So loud.
do you, dog. Cucks allowed.
I didn't think you'd be here, but whatever.
Yeah.
$10 extra.
Oh, that'd be a fun cuck restaurant where there's a full wall that's a one-sided mirror, and you can just peek in on the different people eating. They're cucking like meals, not
Like
necessarily
you
sex.
order and it gets put in someone else's table and they eat your food.
This is another idea that I'd like to explore, but let's wait a second because I don't know what you said. That's fucking crazy.
Let's have you
but I
back
love
for
it.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have time for this now.
I don't
We'll
want
have
to do
you-
this again.
Wait, talk to me about what you think the cuck restaurant is.
Double-sided, one giant, like we're in a room like this,
Yeah.
one
Right.
giant double-sided mirror wall that we can see through. Everyone comes in to eat their dinner,
So just a window.
but you can. Oh no! But in our room, we're not eating. We're peeking over at the people who are eating. We're cucking their meal.
No.
Don't say no. Don't say no. Say yes. Find yes.
So you want to go into a room with a bunch of other people where there's no food and look through a double-sided mirror where the people eating, that's just a mirror wall
There are people in a restaurant. They're just eating meals.
Yeah.
Right. But they know that they're
getting watched by
They're getting
people who aren't
watched.
eating.
by people who are cucking
Wait,
the
then
meal.
why is there a double-sided mirror?
Right.
If they know
I feel
that
like
they're
it needs to
being
be a
watched.
window.
Well, it's a little mystery. You don't know who's watching, how many are watching.
I see.
You don't know who you're
Okay.
Could be
performing
a bunch
for.
of cops.
yeah, yeah.
A bunch of detectives.
And these guys, they don't pay for their booze.
saying nothing.
Yeah. Who just can't, they take all their work. They can't get enough of the job.
Who's it for?
For people who like cucking other meals.
So is it
Listeners,
for
the listeners.
Yeah, I don't know. For people who are bored out of their minds. I'd do that. That
Is
sounds
it
fun.
for the
It's
people
weird.
who are watching, or is it for the people who are eating?
First of all, you've given me sass on this, and it's literally a take on an idea you had
I-
where we listened to other people's conversations.
No. I'm just curious, like, who is like, I want to go to that restaurant? Is it the people that are watching other people eat, or is it the people who are eating and they know they're getting
Well, the
watched?
people who are eating are getting free meals because
Right.
the people on the
Oh,
other
well,
side,
then, yeah, you
That's
wanna
what
be
I
there.
imagined.
they're
Yeah,
paying
of
for those
course,
meals.
That's how it's a business.
They're free, exactly. They're free or discounted because this is all for these cucks behind the scene. They're just watching. They're cucks for watching people eat.
You know, you
Why
could go
do we eat?
anywhere and watch people eat.
Yeah, what?
You could watch people eat anywhere.
It's frowned upon.
People were
You
watching
can't
us eat
hover over
earlier.
a table.
Yeah.
What are you crazy?
You can't,
Okay.
you can't push a button and turn the microphone for that table turns on, and now you're like, what are they talking about? You know?
Oh,
that-
you
that's
can hear
the
their
whole thing.
conversations.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And you can send them different food. You could send them things too.
That's what
like,
I was saying
Send them a bottle
earlier.
of wine.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
Is that what
Yeah.
you're saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were saying, but I liked it.
I was there's the volume that I said it. I'm saying it's something you want to eat. You come in there, you order the food that you want to eat,
Right.
and that meal that you really want goes to that table that you're watching.
Oh, like you watch. I want to see this guy eat a steak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope he's not allergic.
So it's
That's the thing. Let's say your allergies when you go in.
You gotta do that anyway.
Yeah.
But it's like that makes it even more of a cuck atmosphere. It's like that's a meal you wish you could be eating right now.
Yeah.
And then you hear them talking, and I guess the waiter could go up and go, "Do you like that?" And then all right, I'm done. I can't.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you
My-
get the footage so you can
Yeah.
you can wank it later.
Tickle me interested, brother. I'm paying attention.
Yeah, I'm just bouncing. I'm saying what you're saying.
You're fighting with yourself. We're all on board. I love it. 100% on board.
I'm in my head. I'm the guest. You know.
That's all right. So that's my idea for Suits. A restaurant or you can
Wait,
watch
so
people.
suits are a thing you earn that are like kind of a projection of your accomplishments in society.
Yes.
So that, but no one else can wear them unless they've earned the same things. It is like military. Like
Yeah.
You can't just wear military gear.
Yeah. Like if you do stand-up comedy for 1 year, you could get, like you said, the socks.
Yeah.
This guy's got stand-up socks, right? But if you've got 4 specials, you wrote for the White House Correspondents' Dinner, and you got 1 special, you put out yourself, you pay for yourself, and you work the cellar, but they're not working you the past 2 weeks, you get a couple more outfits.
Right.
What are you
get?
supposed to
Like
wear?
what color hat?
Oh, hats are a thing because we already
Yeah,
have
we got a
bunch
whole
of
hat
hats.
thing
yeah,
going
that's
on.
yeah.
But what are you supposed to wear as you are accruing a suit?
Normal
Oh,
outfits.
sure,
You can
that's
still
a
get
good question.
sweatpants. I think everyone is issued government sweatpants.
I think we were going to do scrubs at
Yeah,
one point.
scrubs.
Yeah.
Sure. Scrubs. You can get your scrubs.
Are you going to get scrubs on this trip?
Yep.
Oh, whoa.
This is
Wow.
maybe possibly. I used to do scrubs, but I'm also going to have these shirts that say "Emergency Project" and a vest. He said I got a vest, like a classic doctor vest.
Is it
Are you
also
gonna-
going
I'm
to
sorry.
say, I'm just here for the ride? What if they turn to you for stuff?
Yeah,
Emergency
not a
arrived.
doctor.
Yeah.
Are you gonna tape over it a piece of paper that says Greg's
Greg
legs?
legs. Wait, what's a
The leg
doctor's
guy.
vest?
Let me tell you this: you look at a doctor, you probably didn't notice. Whenever you see a doctor off, they always got a vest on. It's always like a Patagonia vest or something. These guys love.
Oh,
button-up
I thought you
shirt
meant like
and
a
vest.
suit vest.
Yeah, or like a utility vest.
No, it's like a
Tactical.
vest that says,
Yeah.
yeah.
Siemens.
Yeah. Don't. I'm
Not
with
Siemens,
stupid.
Watching clips of the Dropout out of order on TikTok right now. So
You're watching TikTok videos currently?
not right. I mean, like in my current life,
Right.
I'm getting served a lot of clips of the Dropout from Hulu
Oh,
about Elizabeth
sure.
Holmes. Did you watch it?
Yeah,
It was great. Me too.
It was
but
great.
now I see clips of it and I'm like, I'll watch this.
Why
clip.
are you getting clips now of the dropout?
I don't know. My phone thinks I really want to watch TV that came out 4 years ago. It's always doing that, constantly getting Chernobyl. A show I also watched.
Yeah. Can I give you guys a quick update?
On what?
Since last time we spoke, not when we talked about movies, I saw There May Be Blood. There Will Be Blood.
Right.
Oh.
I watched the whole movie. I watched No Country for Old Men. Yes, thank you, Alex. I watched No Country for Old Men, and I gotta be honest. Turns out I have seen that movie, but it just ends in a way that feels like it's not over.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's why I thought I didn't see the whole thing because I was like, I don't remember how they got sugar. Oh, they don't. He just gets a broken arm.
Yeah.
This is wild.
Well, last time we recorded, Greg gave us his 10 favorite movies of all time, and one of them was just a scene from No Country for Old Men because he hadn't seen the whole movie.
Yeah, and that scene is very good.
Which
Top
scene?
10.
The coin flip scene.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just a coin, or is it? I think that's how it ends. Anyway, so I saw the movie, and I
You've
love
seen it before.
The Coen brothers are just like, yeah,
Coen brothers?
the Coen brothers. Yeah, the Coen brothers were like, what makes a real artistic movie? Don't give them any feeling of finishing it. Just give them a middle of a movie.
Yeah.
They've done that a bunch.
Yeah.
Lebowski,
Yeah.
not a story.
That was also in your top 10.
Yeah, I love a movie that's not done.
Well, then you get to carry it on.
Yeah.
I think you like something that doesn't end. So you get it didn't end in your world.
No,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
Where are we at in time? Whoa, we cruised through this one.
we
Yeah.
did. We
Wow.
did. Yeah. What are you looking at?
I had a buzz.
gotta go?
No, I'm good.
Oh, you had a buzz.
Yeah.
Steve stayed the whole time.
You got
Oh,
any
yeah.
Talktown stuff?
No, I was too sick.
I have one
Well,
more thing.
I will. Well, I don't know if this is a Talktown thing per se. Well,
right.
maybe I do actually. Let me look through my notes.
Oh, okay.
But I will say I've been watching a lot of BritBox.
What's that?
BritBox. It's like a British streamer service.
Oh, sure.
And these British, they love a show where it's like a detective. Stop me if I've probably talked about this before, but it's like every goddamn one of these shows, it's like a detective who's not a detective, but they're a detective. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Father Brown.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have I talked about this before?
You haven't. I don't know the
Okay.
specifics, but I am familiar with that kind of trope of British television.
Yes. It's so funny.
Bakers. detective.
Yes.
He uses the
It's
way
always
he
just like a
bakes
lady.
Cake into finding the killer.
Yeah, it's like over 60-year-old person
Yeah.
who's solving real crimes.
Oh,
Yes.
sure.
in some
yeah.
beachfront town in Britain.
Yeah. And you're like, sure, have at it.
I love them all.
Who was
I'll
the
watch them
original?
all.
Who was that old lady? Murder She Wrote?
Murder, She Wrote.
Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury.
Yeah,
Yes.
she was a writer who was solving crimes.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was a crime writer.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she was just solving real crimes
What a
in the
smack
town.
in the face to a homicide detective.
yeah. They're like, we're doing real police work here. And she's like, well, according to my books, I think it's that guy.
yeah.
And they're like, what do you know? They're like, well, look at my novels.
And wasn't Matlock a lawyer who was solving
Yeah.
crimes?
Matlock,
That's a little closer.
Yeah.
Closer.
He's
Closer.
closer, but it's like a gray area.
They're always dealing with a person that is in law enforcement that should have been fired after the first time someone that doesn't have their job did their job.
What do you mean?
I thought that was perfectly clear.
I mean,
Not for us.
Damn it.
call me J.J. Abrams because I'm lost, bro.
So like every one of these, that was really great. Every one of these main characters in these shows where they're solving the crimes, there's always like this detective, this rugged like, this is horseshit.
Oh,
what you're
right.
saying. And then they end up, the main character's correct, and that guy looks like an idiot, but he's in the next episode, he still has his job.
Right. Also, he's the good He's in the real world.
He's
of course.
the good
He's,
guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's who you
playing it
want.
by the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Not-
he's always like, no, it can't be that. That's what you're unorthodox. You're a baker. And and then the baker's right.
Yeah.
And then he still has his job.
The shitty commander
Yeah.
who's like, why would we listen to a baker? We have rules to follow. You
Yeah.
can't shoot up a town and crash a car. And they're like, what a fucking herb. Man, that guy's like keeping people alive. and doing good police
he's
work.
right.
He's absolutely right.
Of course.
We got there.
Yeah. We Own This City, huh? That was a great show.
Yeah,
I still got to watch.
Yeah, it was a good show. I didn't realize it was real.
It's so real.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel hopeless. Here you go. Well, there's no saving Baltimore.
Well,
man.
Just
yeah.
burn that thing to the ground.
Oh yeah, Live. You're like right by there. You're from near there.
Yeah.
So
I worked for Baltimore Magazine right after college.
Baltimore Magazine.
You know, like cities have magazines.
Sure.
New York's is like a real one.
Totally.
But like in Baltimore, it's like mostly ads and like a restaurant review and then like
Yeah.
a devastating crime article.
Right.
Like, there's
The Verona Gazette. Larry was yelling in the coffee shop. It's like there's 20 people here.
I miss those like publications because
Yeah.
you'd get them on the plane.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd fly and they'd be like, yeah.
Or like, Amtrak and all the airlines used to have their own magazines.
Yeah.
And they don't anymore. And that is sad because I would flip through that.
Yeah, I liked learning about Phoenix.
Well, like, I think there's something, this is like a real thought, not, but like, I really am sad for this generation that everything is geared towards like, I'm only going to see what I want to see. Cause
Yeah.
like, we
Right.
just didn't have that. So it was like, guess I'm going to read about, Taya Leone's favorite place to eat in Denver. And it's like,
man.
or it's like, I don't know, like I can't, there's no video on I can watch, or like I didn't bring my book, so I'm gonna have to read this, or like, oh, my show doesn't start until 9, it's 8:15. I guess I have to watch this show before my show starts. Like we used to have to encounter things that we didn't select.
Totally.
And I feel sad for like young people because they don't have like all that. Like think of everything you learned or like found funny or like.
Most of it's accidental.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think that's how you generate more of your ideas too, because you're like, your mind isn't expecting to see this thing. So now your mind it's kind of walking down new streets.
Yeah.
That's usually where you get most of your ideas, is by watching a thing that you kind of wouldn't have watched or encountered.
And that's why like all comedy now feels the same, because it's just people being like, oh, everything in my life is exactly tailored to what I wanted. And therefore I'm only talking about this little like narrow, like so many
Right.
people's like perspective is like really limited. And it's like, no, it has to like,
That's why the Cuck restaurant would be so good, because it would force you to listen to other people's lives and things that you don't even know about.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, this is what an armadillo salesman talks like.
I do want it, but here's the thing. I want to hear
Everybody
people's
wants soft shell.
conversations.
We'll get
Just let that slide.
I don't know if I need to hear amplified chewing sounds.
We can
you do a
work
chew
on that.
button like a cough button.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There we go.
We have AI can
I don't
filter
need
that out.
I don't need that.
Yeah, you got
Good.
Because people
You got
talk
a big
louder than they
aversion.
chew. So just being next to a table, I'm listening, but I'm not catching all the chewing sounds. But if there was a mic there that I'm listening to, it might pick up on too much mouth stuff.
right. Is there a chewing or a slurping or a whatever that you do find like, that's I'm fine with
Animals
that.
doing it.
Animals doing it. Yeah, I love watching a horse eat. I love that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do. I'm out on horses because they scare me, but
They are scary. They're huge.
they're huge. But like I listen to Riz like crunching on his treats and his food, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. If I hear a man eat a potato chip, jail.
Can I chime in with what I know is a very bad idea, but maybe you guys can help me make it not a bad idea?
Let's hear it.
This just popped in my head, so I'm just going to say it out loud. A restaurant called Forced to Strip, where you come.
Let's hear him out.
Look, I know it's not good yet. Everyone has to strip, right? Maybe that's how you get your free meal. But there's a restaurant I want to see people who don't want to be stripping being forced to strip for some other. I guess that's a really bad thing.
And how would they go? They wouldn't go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you get a free meal.
Oh, so if you strip, you get the free meal.
You get the free meal.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
I don't know what else to do with that.
And are you eating naked?
Ooh, eating naked could be another restaurant idea.
No.
Don't get burned. No soups here.
No,
It's all sandwiches.
soup.
Yeah, it's all room temperature foods.
But I do like somewhere that gives you the option of, because if you don't have money, it's like there's a way for you to get a meal.
Yes, that's what I'm always looking
You
for.
know?
A way around money to get a thing for free.
Does
so
it
that
have to
everyone
be
is
like
equal.
objectifying yourself?
Right.
Well, that's the only way I get off. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you just want to go strip somewhere.
What if you
Where other
pay in
people are eating.
secrets?
Huh?
What if you pay in secrets?
I like this. You got a good secret?
Yeah, you have a really good secret. Someone's there is like, all right, that's worth the steak.
I think that's great.
I love that.
love this idea.
Yeah.
Gossip restaurant.
A gossip restaurant. You pay in
restaurant.
gossip.
Yeah.
People just love gossip.
Oh
they
my
don't care
God.
who it's about.
Jennifer's getting divorced.
Oh.
Onion rings for this
Wow.
Calamari on the house.
nation. Yes. Gossip for free apps. I'm in.
Yeah, man. People love gossip.
I
Yeah.
love gossip.
But what do we do with those secrets? That's the thing.
Well, you feel privileged. You have it. People
Yeah.
just love that you're in the know.
We're
It's a story.
Yeah.
Clearly writing them down, putting them on paper, and putting them into some kind of filing cabinet. This is gonna blow up in everybody's face.
I don't
Yeah,
think
but
it
get
has
some
to.
food.
I think the idea of you feel important enough that you're being told this.
Yes,
I think
confided
there's,
in.
Yeah, there's an element of self-importance with gossip and like privilege.
Right.
That's enough.
Right.
It's
It's run by Varys from Game of Thrones. He knows all the town secrets.
Yeah, the whisperers.
But all the little birds. My little birds told me. And you go to the restaurant and you go, look, Varys, I will pay for all the meals this month if you could tell me if my wife's cheating on me. And then he'll go through the secrets and go, there's nothing here, man. No one's talking about that.
Oh.
The secret wielder. Who
I
owns
like
the
that a
restaurant.
lot.
That's fun.
Yeah.
We got a gossip restaurant.
We got a gossip restaurant.
And then there's a double-sided window.
People are watching everyone eat a steak.
If I can tell you, the business doing the best in Talktown is the double-sided window people. They're just always making money.
Yeah. They can't keep up with the orders.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look, any more activities you give people, you're getting them off of opioids. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's a good thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
My
Right.
cousin was on opioids. Would it be how I would pay for my dinner?
Oh,
like-
at the gossip restaurant. Yeah, man. That was good.
Yeah. Did you ever hear that?
It was good, Steven. How dare you?
My favorite shock jock radio people, Opioid and Anthony. They were crazy and racist and did a big
Hi.
crazy rash. Quick thing I do want to say before
Yeah,
we go.
please.
There's
Yeah.
not a lot to riff on this, but it's just something I want in the open.
Yeah.
I want in the open. It's just about scientists. All right. I love scientists and I love science.
Yes.
But these people, okay, like Pascal's principle. Are you familiar with this? It's
Enlighten us.
they have like a principle, right? And they'll be like, oh, Pascal's principle is like you put a straw in a thing and then you take out and the milk will go into it. It's like a whole thing, right? Or like Newton's law. There are all these laws. There's like they say that gravity, right? They'll be like, oh, that's his. It's no. You just saw it. You went, an apple fell on the ground. That's me. You didn't do shit. You didn't create anything.
That's great.
Enough.
I see what you're saying.
Okay,
Enough of you
okay.
calling it Jimmy's rules.
Okay.
What would you rather them call
What
it?
do you want?
The floor hits the ground rule. Yeah,
That's
it's
so much
what up
more-
comes down rule or something, or call it like something like
Gravity.
or Voltex or something cool.
You're saying, yeah.
Okay.
No more with you getting to you figure out a thing. You get
You don't
to
have a
call
law.
it your name.
Yeah.
You didn't build it. You're not God. You're a false prophet. And I I don't. So I'm done with
But
that.
then there's no incentive for people to continue researching and discovering things.
They didn't need to. It's already there.
Yeah, all right.
Just trust it.
They don't get it to call it the law. They get to call it
They're just Seinfelds. These scientists are just Seinfelds.
You say this about Newton. Do you really think it was an apple, or do you think it was something else? And he was like, apple, people think I'm eating well. You know what I mean? Or I have like a healthy
Right,
diet.
like it was a burrito.
yeah, a burrito, or it was like
his wife can't find out.
a baby.
I hate to be.
That's
really
It's
great.
like, I don't know what kind of. We'll do apple.
Yeah. It's like the same size, right?
Oh, that's really great.
Yeah. Oh man,
That's a bit.
that's great.
Yeah, and that's what you would get from, you're reading a magazine, all of a sudden, or a guy brings up a science principle, rather than you just have your curated life and your vapes and your genders.
Newton got pantsed at a party. And he was like, "Oh man, it was an apple." No, it wasn't. You fucking loser.
You loser, Isaac. You're a loser, Isaac.
Don't broke, you fat fuck.
All right, that's all the time we
Maybe
have.
eat an apple. You'll lose some weight. One last one.
Steven, where can we find your special?
Oh, it's on the Land's YouTube. It's called Half of We.
What were you going to name it instead?
What was I gonna name
Yeah.
it? Yeah, it wasn't gonna be that.
No, because you had a really incendiary name, didn't you?
What?
Yeah.
Didn't you have a really incendiary name for it?
What's in?
Incendiary is like
Controversial.
Controversial.
No,
Started
It is.
flames.
Yeah.
Half of we is like, it's like they, them kind of thing, right?
Oh,
It's like,
you're doing a pronoun thing.
No, I'm not doing a pronouns thing.
You gotta
It's not a
check this thing
pronoun
out,
thing.
guys.
It's not.
This guy doesn't believe. Guys, only believes in one gender.
Male. So you heard it here, folks.
Anyways, check it out.
Now, Steve is one of the best.
And
Yeah.
what? I have no idea. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have fun. We have fun.
we have a lot of fun.
Steve
That
is
was really
great.
great. Thank
and
you.
You should watch his special.
Yeah,
Watch a
please
special.
watch it on YouTube.
And you're single now?
Yep.
Single too?
Half of
There you
weed.
go.
Half. Oh, right.
Yeah.
right.
We got
All
some
right.
women who listen.
Oh, yeah. Libby's. We have a whole, mainly women now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I have to promote my GoFundMe.
Yeah.
In case I die in Dominican Republic, I need to get the money going for my children.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah,
I'm
let's get ahead of this.
Yeah.
if I'm not back, donate to my GoFundMe and send my kids to college, and just text them every now and again about how I moved you, so they know I did something.
I'd do that.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
What do you guys got? Anthony's got a special he's recording.
Yeah.
I'm going to be there.
I don't think so.
Libby's going to be there.
Why is she opening?
Yeah, Libby's going to open. Steve's going to open. And I have a seat reserved for you.
Yeah.
And
Go
one
fuck
seat-
yourself, see?
Yeah, and Alex is going to edit the whole thing. And yeah, there is a seat reserved for you in the other room.
You're gonna be,
And it's
you're gonna
Greg's
be
seat.
behind double-sided glass.
No. Yeah, I actually built a video village just for Greg. So you can weigh in on everything that's happening.
I think when you shoot it, there should be a ton of audience cuts, but they should always be to Greg.
That's very funny.
It's me
That's
just
a
going,
great-
that's my bit.
Alex, can we make that happen?
Yeah, all right, great.
Okay,
We'll do
all right.
we'll do a cut. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. And yeah, so we'll get.
He should record a live podcast from himself commentating on the special.
That's
Alex
very
is talking
funny.
off mic, but he says that Greg should do a live podcast commentating on the special during the special, which I agree.
That's really
just said
funny.
That's what he said.
He's off mic.
He's off mic. I'm
I
saying
know.
it.
Yeah.
I'm being fun.
So
It is fun.
May 9th at the Gutter, 2 shows, 8 and 10:30. So you got to come out to that because I need you there. Because the people there, they don't like me.
Yeah.
I don't like you either.
Yeah, it's a bunch of Gregs in the crowd.
Wait, it should be always Greg in different outfits and different seats.
Yeah,
He
just
doesn't
going,
like you.
Going like this.
I don't like
Yeah,
you
thumbs
either.
down.
Boo.
I don't like him.
Yeah.
This
You don't-
this guy doesn't like various signs.
I'm going to hold a sign
Yeah.
up. DeVito 316. His pronouns are... Good night,
My
folks.
pronouns are shock and awe. All right. Thanks so much for
That's
listening.
enough.
Bye.
Bye.